Alright, so we've got a 2007 Mustang convertible V6. It's got a leak, a coolant leak somewhere. We're going to try to find where today. I know that Ford has a very bad problem with this little plastic thermostat housing leaking. I had it on my Ranger and I had it on my Explorer, which were 2003 and 2004, something like that. So I know this is supposed to be better than the earlier years, but it's probably still an issue. But if you can see down there, it's probably hard to, there is coolant leaking. So we're going to try to figure out where that is today. And you can see a little moisture around the thermostat housing, but I don't know that's exactly where it's coming from. I'm trying to open up some, and to get these off, you just push this clip back. I just did it. Okay, apparently can't. There we go. Push it back, back it off. And I'll try to anyway, without breaking it. Okay, with this one, we'll just take this side off first. Okay, set that right there. Let's go ahead and take this off. Might need I don't know. I think these have O-rings behind them. I don't think it's a gasket. It shouldn't be a gasket. It should be the little O-ring gasket type. So the flat ones that have to be replaced usually. And while we're in here, we can go ahead and clean the throttle body. Might as well. Always check with every manufacturer and make sure that there's not a protective coating on. I think Ford actually does have it, so we'll have to check it and make sure and see what you're allowed to use on it. I don't think you can use carburetor cleaner or anything like that, so we'll see. Okay. Come here. All these, just pull the clip out, come right out. Yeah, that is gunked up pretty good. Pretty dang good. Moves freely and easy. And so that's the O-ring I was talking about. The little O-ring gasket. And of course you don't want to get anything on there either. But this car doesn't have a running issue, but like I said, while it's out, clean it up. That on back. Keep that bound up somewhere so it doesn't pour everything out. Take 3/8 inch ratchet, put it in the tensioner, and put it the correct way. Pull up on it, release the belt. I'll just leave that there. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take this apart. Need my, I've got a tool cart I could roll right to me, but that would just be too easy. So I'll go ahead and take this clip off. Okay, and that goes to the heater core, I think. Yeah, those two lines have to go to the heater core. So I'm trying to get a hold of it and get it moving. Just break that seal. Be very gentle if you do it this way. There we go. You don't want to tear that hose up, and there's nothing wrong with it. go ahead and take those out. I think those are 8mm, should be. Always have a little magnetic tray to put all your bolts and stuff in. I usually do. I'll have to go look for it somewhere. You don't want to lose them. Taking that thermostat housing, top housing off, allows you to get to this last little bolt easier. Get your hand in there, just loosen it. Taking this socket off, this pulley off, helps so much. It's easy to take off, 5 freaking seconds to take it off. Take it off, move it out of your way, so you make your life a little easier. And don't lose the parts for, or the bolts for this, because it doesn't come with new ones. Okay. And then it's always easiest to take this off, I think. Because once it's off on the table, you can sit there and do what you got to do. Wiggle on up. Okay, so now every bolt's taken out. Well, loosened anyway. Now every bolt's taken out. Then you're just gonna take this wire or connector, unclip it, and hide it away. Take the pan, set it right up underneath. Alright, so now that's off. Pull up like that, it's all gonna come out. Which a lot of it should stay in there. Here's the part where you just gotta wiggle and protect that sensor, and it's out. Put that right there. And now you can see stuff's been leaking right in here and causing it all to go back that way. Coolant looks good, nice and green. And I go ahead and check around the water pump. Make sure there's no leaking there. So, and it looks fine. And what you want to do is clean this little area up, and then try to dry it as much as possible before you put it back together. Alright, so now if you look, you get enough light in there. Okay, your mounting surface has to be clean. So all I'm going to do is take a brake cleaner, something like that. Scrub all the way around. Try to keep everything from going in the hole. So you can always pick it out if it does, but try to be careful. Right, all you're going to do, tighten these 3 down. Connect this hose back. I put this back on, which I took that off just for visibility. Made it a little easier. Everything's tight. Those are tight in the original location. You can go ahead and put your belt on. Go ahead, put everything back on the pulley. Okay. Make sure you're going loosening it and get a pipe. Okay. lean it all the way forward. Always keep your fingers clear. Make sure it's in the right groove. Check any of them that have a groove. Then release it. You can go ahead and take your ratchet out. So line it back up with the original location. It's not a must-have, but I prefer it. Okay, so the belt's back on. Everything's connected. You want to make sure connected here. You've connected these back. Better than it was. Okay, just gonna go this way. So that's your that's for the throttle, electric throttle, and that's, I guess, the position sensor. These are 8mm bolts too. You're really only gonna need an 8mm socket and ratchet with extensions, and a 15mm to take this pulley off, but you don't have to take that pulley off. I did to make life a little easier. Get it to sit flush. Just snug them up, don't tighten them down all the way. It is a plastic intake, so don't go crazy with it. Just tight enough to know. You should be able to feel. If you do it with a small 1/4" ratchet like I am, you shouldn't have to worry about breaking anything. Okay, so everything's connected back. All our hoses, everything's tight. Then, do this better. Push it all the way forward. Tighten it down. Okay. Take your hose we disconnected, which is right here. All you gotta do is push it forward. It locks back in. Nice airflow sensor. And push that back in. Push that one in. Push this one in. Oh, that was already in. Okay. Alright, so that's done. Air filter, of course. Pop it in. I like to clean it off sometimes, but you don't have to. It looks newer. Alright, so everything's connected. Alright, so the car is good now. It's running, no more leaks or anything like that. Here's the old unit, which here's the top housing. But where it was leaking from was around these edges, so I guess this gasket gives out.